would you be willing to be a poet judge? Now, here's what I know about poetry. Roses Are Red, Robert Frost, Shel Silverstein, or Silverstein, whatever. That's about the length of my... Walt Whitman, I mean, a little bit. Dead Poets Society. I mean, so I've seen the movie. I have no idea how to judge poetry, but they said, doesn't matter. You said yes, so you're in. So I went to Roscoe's Coffee Bar, and 100 people are in there listening to freshman high school students read poetry. And there was probably 20, 25 kids that read maybe, and I was supposed to rate them on their presentation, content, style, and memorization. They wanted these poems memorized. And I was overwhelmed at how thoughtful these kids are. I mean, we think about freshmen in a lot of different ways and different terms, and just high school kids in general. But I know this was an AP class, but it was fantastic to be a part of. And Miss Rayburn, they make movies about teachers like Miss Rayburn. She is so passionate about what she does. She had her dad bring the speaker system in. I guess he's a musician, and set up the microphone. It was just great. And one of the poems last night, and we gave away a bunch of awards, and one of the poems last night is by freshman Zach Harrison, and I know his parents. And he has a poem that I thought sort of spoke to me. Now, it is not bubbly radio poetry, okay? I think it's pretty awesome, and it's from, again, this freshman AP class. Here is Zach Harrison's poem. Do you have music for me? Very nice. The poem is called The Brain's Atmosphere by Zach Harrison. There is a plague spreading through our nation, this infection of self-mutilation that has poisoned the minds of my generation. It comes in many forms, and we are exposed to it the second we are born, or it stays with us till we are old and worn. It turns people's anti-hospitality into a tragic normality, and the showing of our self-given scars into some formality. It is formed by many things through a mass of depression, a spread of recession, and a friend's deception. It is fed by our fears and produces our tears, and it clouds our brain's atmosphere. But I can see clear from the orbit up here, floating around many others, with a mutual relationship of sisters and brothers. We gaze down below and shine our lights to show that the key to our health does not require any wealth. To them, the beacon is blinding, so they go in hiding, and then they never see what they should be. They keep to their ways of lethal drugs and razor blades. They cause their own pain, whether they know it or not. The things that they gain are all for naught. They sleep for pleasure and drown their sorrow in what they think is good measure, but all the while become hollow. The high they seek on the wings of wax, for they crash at our feet until they ask. These wings won't take me, and I can find no joy. Is it these heights that faze me? It feels like a ploy. So how can you stay in bliss? Is there a cure so that I can leave this and be once again pure? We look down and say that there is a way for them to win the day. We tell that we have a vaccine, but it comes at a price, but that money is not the means. To lose the blades that bleed them dry, to put a noose on the things that make them cry, and never allow themselves to crumple and die. They need to feel that the dum of the heart and their hope hold tight, to never forget that they are a work of art and that they deserve to feel all right. So we give them a key, and we tell them to find the lock, for it is in a place that only they can be. For they need to purge the pollutant and make their rainy skies clear so that they can see through their own brain's atmosphere. Nice job, Zach. You're the man. Keep writing. Appreciate it.
Look how Studebaker